Hello, in this video we are going to take a look at strings in a little more detail and kind of look at some of the things we can do with them that allow us to make more interesting programs. So let's start by making a new file, and we're going to call it string demo. And let's bring our line numbers in here. And let's start by declaring a couple strings. Word 1 equals here, word 2 equals we, and word 3 equals go. So the first thing we want to understand is that strings, we can perform addition to strings. And addition to strings is called concatenation. So adding strings together is called concatenation. So for example, we could do something like this. And we already are doing some concatenation without realizing it. We could do word 1 plus word 2 plus word 3. So what that's going to do is it's going to take those three strings and it's going to put them together. So if I run this now, oh, pardon me, I'm running a previous program, so let's right click and run that directly. It prints here we go. No problem. Now, again, this is not ideal because I want spaces between those. So what I can do is I can introduce spaces between them by two ways. One is I could actually do it directly in the print. Here we go. But the funny thing here is notice how I get two spaces here, or actually four spaces here. And that's because one of the things Python does to try and help with strings is that when you use it inside a print command, it will automatically introduce spaces between them. So if I pull out these, if I put no space in between there, it looks a little better. And in fact, if I wanted to make this look perfectly normal, I just do that. Here we go. So again, when you're using it in the print line, there's no need to actually put the spaces in here because Python is trying to help you by introducing them. But again, a better thing to do here would be actually use a process called string construction. And I'm going to use this term regularly. String construction. This is the process of building a string before using it. And this actually is a really powerful technique when you're doing some more advanced programming, specifically when you're reading from files or trying to put something together from some sort of data structure, such as an array or tuple or things like that. So we can use a really simple example of string construction here. We're just going to make a word 3, and we're going to actually say word 1 plus word 2 plus word 3. Actually, I've made a mistake here. Let's make this word 4. So we now have a fourth one, and now I can print out word 4. I've gone and constructed that string, pardon me, and I get, here we go. If I wanted to add the spaces, I could simply put a space in between them, like this. So that's the first thing we want to make sure we can do with strings. We want to understand that concatenation is the addition of strings, that is putting them together. And we want to understand that there's a process called string construction, and that is pre-building a string before using it. And this will actually become really useful once we get into more advanced techniques. I hope this video helped, and as always, don't hesitate to ask or send me questions.